Hello there YouTube, and welcome to another Carboot haul video. Where should we start? Let's start all the way over here. So, got these two nice glasses that have Muppets on. This one has Fozzie Bear, and this one has the Swedish Chef. I don't know if this is actually when they were produced, but it just says Henderson Associates Inc. 1979. Can't see anything else on there. They were 50p each. Bought this Home Farm, I think with a lick of paint, a nice little bit of TLC. That'll become a decent Dungeons and Dragons sized thing. Get ready to hear D&D and Dungeons and Dragons, because we're going to be talking about it a lot today, guys. We got this cool little thing. It's like an incense thing. You put one of these cones on the top, light them, and then smoke comes down. I know they're identical, but I can probably still make use of them for D&D. This and this and this. These are like aquarium things, I think. I think these are meant to be in fish tanks, stuff like that. Said they were £2 each. This one's pretty big. It's nice, decent size that. This is be okay as like a little display piece, and then this rickety old bridge. So I said, how about two each for those, and this one is £1, so £5 for the three. And the bloke was like, yeah, that's all good, man. So yeah, he was a happy boy. Got this. It's like a little 3D printed miniature hand. It was only £1. These lovely Carbooting people that I see all the time had 50p each things. This needs a bit of a clean. Feels, I don't know, is it ceramic? Is it a really hard plastic? I don't know. It's very strange. Needs a good clean. But yeah, he was 50p. This little thing was 50p. Quite like that. Didn't realise that this massive hole in the top of it at the time though, which is weird. Don't know why it has a hole in the top. You meant to stick a pen in it. Is it meant to hold your pen upright? That's thinner than a pen. But they had this too. This was 50p as well. It's like some weird sort of dragon's head with a skull and crossbones thing underneath. Don't know what it's meant to be, because it's not a pencil. It just feels like a stick of wood with that on the top. So yeah, don't know, but 50p, we'll have it. Then this was the last purchase of the day. This massive job lot of toy cars. Now, I don't normally buy toy cars, but these people were indoors. It was quite a nice day today. The weather said it was going to rain at 10, but no, it's a beautiful, lovely day. I don't normally buy toy cars, but I have picked up a few of these recently. These are from Cars, the movie, I guess. I've never seen it. I don't know if they're selling, but I'm picking them up. So the ones I've picked up before are like this. They're like die cast and this size. But today I found some of these. These are like solid, chunky metal, not that soft metal like the other ones. So there's two of these ones. And then this guy's very plastic. I didn't realise I picked him up with this roller thing on the back. There was a couple others that were like this. And then this one's more like the original ones I've been picking up. More like that style. Anyway, I had a little look. She had a whole box full of toy cars, as you can see. And I asked her how much, and she said 20p each. So I just went, right, I'll try and get £1's worth. Some of them quite cool, say things like the Joker. Others are just funky looking Hot Wheels cars. That says Killer Croc. I'm guessing that's a DC sort of one, but what a speaker system he's got. But yeah, a lot of them are just funky looking toy cars. She also said, because I said something to her like, so I found those three. I was like, oh, I'll try and make it up to £1. And then I started pulling loads of them out, and she was like, oh, if you buy more, if you buy a lot, I'll make it even cheaper. So I was like, bloody hell, they're going to be less than 20p each. All right, we'll get quite a few then. So we got about 34 of these little Matchbox toy cars. I think most of them, that's a Batmobile, isn't it? Yeah. Most of them are like early to late 2000s. Nothing's 1990s. Everything's early 2000 onwards. Are there any more particularly interesting ones? That's another Batmobile. Oh, this one's nice. This is like a micro machine, but it's like the Gravedigger, the monster truck. And that's also another like monster truck micro machine size thing. That's the Riddler. That one's quite nice. This one, I think we had something like this before. Carbonator. This is like some drink thing. Oh, this one's quite cool as well. Yeah, weird looking thing there. And like a piratey type one with skull and crossbones. Anyway, we ended up with something like 36, I think, in total. And she said, oh, I'll just call it a fiver. So I don't know quite what that works out as, maybe 15p or something. Who knows? Bought a couple of trees. This tree and that tree. The bloke wanted £1 for the pair, which sometimes when I'm carbooting, I pick stuff like this up. People are just like, have it. And other times people are like 20p. And then when they're like £1 for two, sometimes I'm like, really? And then I have to remind myself, like, this isn't bad value for money. 50p for this. This will look good on the table. It's a nice little diorama piece. It's worth the 50 pence. Pick it up, back in the day, toys. Stop being so cheap. So then this little pile was in a sandwich bag. She had loads of toys in different sandwich bags. I asked her how much this sandwich bag was. It had a Batman in, old school Power Rangers. Don't know who this is, but I think it's something Cartoon Networky. This one's like Jimmy Neutron, not that I ever saw that show. Pluto, loads of miniature Power Rangers, and a nice little Spider-Man. And so I picked the sandwich bag up. How much is that? And she came over and she went, oh, that's the sandwich bag that's got Winnie the Pooh and Noddy in, so that's £2. So I said to her, well, if I take Winnie the Pooh and Noddy out, can it be £1? And she went, oh, it can be £1.50. So got all that little bundle for £1.50. Don't know if it was even worth it, but we'll see. Someone had some nice Lego. As I got there, Mr. Lego Man was there. Now, he knows his stuff. He picks up all the good Lego stuff. So realistically, I should have looked at it and gone, nothing that's left is worth anything, because Mr. Lego has already filled his boots with it. But I did think, well, look, this little dragon dude, he's pretty cool. He's got a nice helmet. He's got wings. He's got a tail. How much is he? She said that one's £1. The other little ones on that side are 50p. So I got this weird, like, skeleton horse looking thing. And this dude from Little Mermaid, the crab, and then Flounder from Little Mermaid. So it was £2.50 for the four of those. As I started picking them up, dude from the Lego guy was like, oh, I've just got the bigger one of that. I missed the little one. Oh, how did I miss him? And those. Oh, so he felt a little done by, I think. But he did spend 20 quid, so he must have got some good stuff. Spotted these. These are old Lego. Really weird looking Lego monkey sailors and lions. I don't know. Very strange. They also had these old little Disney characters. I don't know if that's Huey, Dewey, or Louie, or if that's even their names. Minnie Mouse looking very strange, and Mickey Mouse looking even stranger, like he's on drugs or something. What was he in his pajamas? I don't know. She said they were 20p each. I found 6. She was like, you can have 6 for £1. So that's all right. So far we're on £1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 16, 17, 18.50, 19.50. We're at £20.50. We're on £21.50. Right, I'll try and remember that. Bought this funky looking dude for 50p. Like the colour scheme of him. Don't know what type of animal he's meant to be. But on the bottom it said something like Miguel Ortega, Mexico. I don't know. I just thought it looked cool and Mexican. Saw this. I really like this. I'm going to use this for D&D again. So this is going to sit on the table when I'm DMing, and I'll keep all my little minifigures and like stuff in there so that not everyone has to see what's on the table. And it's got a nice booky feel to it. Paid, well, he wanted a £5 for that, and he wanted a £5 for the skull, I'll show you, and he took £8 for the both. So I'm saying that this was still a £5 and the skull was £3, because I was happy to pay £5 for this, but I wasn't happy to pay £5 for the skull. Anyway, as I walked around the car boot carrying this, every time I stopped and put it down, someone would pick it up and look at it and ask how much it was, and I have to keep going, sorry mate, that's mine, I'm just carrying it around with me. And one woman got so pissed off, she was like, oh, take it back to the car, why are you walking around with it? And I was like, love, I'm not going straight back to the car just because I got this. It's just a thing to carry. I'll go back to the car when I got time. Piss off. So yeah, she was a bit moody, probably because she couldn't get what she wanted, which was something I'd already bought. This is the skull he had. It's got one of those sort of like flat caps, bit of blood, cigarette. Basically reminded me of Peaky Blinders. It's a nice Nemesis Now thing. Wanted a £5 for it. I'm considering it £3 because that one was a £5 and I was happy to pay a £5. So I'm going to say that one's £3. Got this little rat from 50p. As I was purchasing the rat, the people were like, I really like that. I wish I'd bought that. Turns out he's a tattooist, lives in the same town I do. So I was like, tell you what, when I'm done with it, I'll trade you that for a tattoo. And he was like, yeah, that's fair, actually. So getting a free tattoo for a £5, not bad. Bought this little thing. Went over, thought, oh, this could be quite good. I've got to knock this tyre off. It's clearly like made for monkeys or something. But once I've taken the tyre off, it'll be perfect for D&D. Picked it up. The bloke was a bit puzzled that I picked it up. I said, how much is this? And he was like, it depends. What do you want to use it for? What's it say on the bottom there? Just made in China. And I said, well, if, in all honesty, mate, I'm going to use it for Dungeons and Dragons. And he was like, that's amazing. In that case, you can name your price. So I went, oh, in that case, it's 50p then, isn't it? And he was like, yeah, 50p's fine. So, yeah, nice little bit of diorama there for 50p. Bought this book from this woman. And clearly the spine of it's ruined. But I thought, oh, this could be quite nice for Dungeons and Dragons. Got a nice little motif on the front, like gold in there. And then you actually open it up and it's meant to be like a picture frame. But perfect size for a little minifigure. So I can always go, oh, you know, you open the magical book and inside, and you release, you know, the wizard or the demon or whatever from inside the book. So I think that was really cool. So that was 50p. As I was getting my 50p out, I saw she had some glass bottles. This one says Schweppes by appointment. It's quite a nice old glass bottle, I would think. So I asked her how much are the bottles, and she said 30p. So I went, oh, well, in that case, might as well get the Schweppes one and this, which don't know if it's coming up on camera, but it says something like Holt Brothers Birmingham. And I saw the thing at the top that said Bristol. So I thought, oh, that might be worth 30p. So I picked that up. And this one, I don't know what it was. It's probably had a label here. But it's got like a nice spiral to it. So, yeah, got those for 90p. And then after I paid, I saw they had this really nice bit of gemstone rock thing in a pyramid. That was 50p as well. Asked someone how much they wanted for this Eyewitness Fun Facts Organizer from the 90s. Best thing about this is it says it has stickers, and it does. It's got the unused sheets of stickers in there, which was very cool. They wanted £1, offered them 50p. They were more than happy with 50p. Bought this dude. He was 50p. He's a Pokemon. Thought it might be a Happy Meal thing, but it's actually not. So I was like, okay, well, for 50p. And the same kitty had this nice little Sonic holding, are they Chaos Gems? Chow Gems? I forget. But he also comes with multiple arms so that you can change his pose and style. These are meant to be hay bales, I think. They came from the same person who had the farm building. They were 50p each. One of the really friendly trader guys who's, you know, suddenly gone from being grumpy to being me mate now, which is lovely, had this. And I was like, oh, that looks awful, that smiley face. But when you turn it around, it's just a giant mushroom, which is good for D&D, as always. I asked him how much that was. He said £1. So I said, great, we'll have that. It's got a box of toys. Thought maybe I could use that as some sort of like swirling energy thing for D&D. And he also had this, which can't tell if it's just dirty. Yeah, I think it was just dirty. Nice. This nice looking Jurassic Park. It's like a buttony type thing, but it's very big plastic. There's a bit that fits around there. Don't know what it's meant to go with. Asked him how much he wanted for those two to go with my £1 thing, and he said it can still be £1. So I went, oh, it's very kind of you. Then he had a box of toy cars. I said, how much are toy cars? He went, oh, generally about £1 each. I found this. I was like, oh, is it a Micro Machine? Looked a bit closer. I think it might be a Micromaster Transformer. So I said, oh, mate, what do you want for this? And he went, oh, just have it. And I went, no, I can't do that. Take £1. And he was like, no, I can't take £1 for that. Look at the size of it. It's tiny. So we argued over how much money I would force upon him. And in the end, I gave him 50p. But he really didn't want to take the money. Mad. You're carbooting for money. But yeah, nice guy. Bought this for £2. Have no idea what it's meant to be. To me, it looks like some weird hooded dude with his hands out. Don't know why it has all these bits in. Some sort of cross. This bit's meant to sit at the back. It's got like holes on, and there was meant to be screws on the back there. Anyway, I thought, because it's a bloody heavy bit of some sort of gemstone-y type thing, that it'd be expensive. Asked the bloke, said £2. Bargain. We'll have it. Bought this for 50p. Again, D&D. This for 50p. Again, D&D. This for 50p. You can just guess now, can't you? And this for 50p. Yep, it still is. Bought this for 50p. I was like, yeah, this could be a nice, backdrop piece thing. Didn't realise until after I paid that it said HP, and then it had this weird door on the back. But, maybe that's still useful. That's still not a bad scale. Although it is very cheap looking and a bit naff. They had something else. Oh, yeah, they had these two cool looking key rings. They're both Legoland or Lego ones, and they both light up. And this feels amazing. It's just this really nice soft rubber. I would absolutely trash this if it's on my keys. I have so many keys, this would just get wrecked. So that will go elsewhere, as will this one. Oh, she's pink. Nice. So we got them. He also had this tin that said chocolate frog. So everything I'd asked for so far. How much the Lego things? 50p, 50p. How much is that? 50p. I was like, oh, great. How much is this? And she was like, oh, let me check with my fella. So I opened it up, looked inside. Inside it had this weird card thing of Hengrist of Woodcroft. I don't know. It also had this weird thing. I don't know what this is. It's some sort of like egg timer that spins in some weird way as a necklace. I don't know. Is it Harry Potter related? Maybe. Does anyone care? Maybe not. But yeah, so this weird Harry Potter necklace thing. And it also had this, which says chocolate frog and has a little frog. So my assumption was this all came in this little tin. The bloke said he wanted £2 for that. So I paid £2, £3, £3.50. And then as I went to leave, the bloke was like, mate, don't you want these? And I was like, what are these? And he was like, oh, that's Harry Potter. These are the figurines that go with it. They look like they're magnetic or something, but they don't stand on this at all. And they look very sort of like weird and anime-y, not like live action. It also has these weird like ghost things, like ghost dog and ghost whatever the hell this is, swan. And he was like, oh, well, if you're buying that, you've got to have all those. And I was like, oh, how much are they? And he was like, no, it all goes together for the 50p. So I was like, oh, well, sod it. I'll just take them and stick these weird things on eBay. And we'll see what happens. Oh, and it had this weird thing in there too. What the hell is that? It's like got wheels to it or something. What a weird world we live in. Who knows? Turns out this only was meant to come with a chocolate frog and 5 cards. I'm guessing this is one of the 5 cards. And these necklaces aren't involved with this. But hey-ho, who knows? We'll find something out. This is the only like exciting toy find of the day, really, is this. He feels like a G1 Transformer, like really chunky, heavy metal. But it doesn't say like Bandai Takara. It does have a bit of Japanese there. But it doesn't say a year or anything. And on that side it says Gakken. So I have no idea what this is. He's a bit sun damaged. He's probably missing a fair few bits by the look of things. And maybe some bits that are broken as well. But ultimately he was only £1. And I thought to find out what weird Robo is, I'll take him for £1. I bought this for 50p. This was from the same guy who had the 50p Coca-Cola thing. It's pencil sharpener as a roller skate with its tag. Probably not worth anything, but we'll try. He also had this really nice, like hand painted, I guess, little miniature jar. So yeah, that's quite a nice little thing for 50p. Bought this for 20p because the woman didn't know what it was. It's a bit squidgy. I looked at it and thought it kind of looks like maybe the mutagen ooze from Turtles. And it says Viacom 2015, so I'm guessing it's a Build-A-Bear accessory. Might not be. Probably worth nothing. Who knows? Bought this. It's like some sort of mock, what's it called? Crystal. It was £1. I bought this. Thought this would make a really nice spire for a church in D&D. Was £1. Was chuffed with that. Bought this for 50p. Again, it's probably something that's meant to go inside a fish tank, but it just looks like a wrecked bit of wood, so that'll do. These little bits were for £1. I ended up spending £5. This was the same people that had the Lego. This would make a nice roof. There's like walls, brickwork, fireplaces, another big wall there. This bit's really cool. That would be very handy for something. So yeah, spent £5 on all those bits there. Spent £10 on this. This is the bloke who does the 3D printing. So yeah, it's meant to house a dragon or something, like one of those weird ones that you always see the 3D printers make. Why do they all do that? If one of you isn't selling them, why do I need 3 people selling them there? Who knows? Also bought this ashtray. Hopefully it has some value online. It's a raw one. There's its certificate of authenticity. And there it is. It's incredibly heavy. It was the first thing I bought and it weighed me down for most of the day. And I was getting really upset because I'm hoping to find more weapons for our D&D as props. And I literally didn't find any. And the second to last thing, I just thought, oh, I'll go around, see if I can have a look. Saw this and was like, yeah. And then the lady pulled out this. This is a beauty. Look at this one. That's so nice. That'll be a great D&D bad guy dagger. This is like the dagger of death. I think it's meant to light up maybe as well, but I can't see where you put the batteries. Oh, that's where you put the batteries. Oh, and that's where you press the button. Oh, we'll definitely get some batteries in that. And then she had this one as well, which is really nice. I might have to lay it like that so we can see it. It's got a really nice handle with a skull on. It's all twisted and worn. This is a beautiful sword. Like, part of the worry is that you just find crap like that. But these sort of things, these are things of beauty. So I asked her how much she wanted for the swords. She said she didn't know. It wasn't her store. It was her mum's who'd gone to the loo. I said, can I just make you an offer? Yeah. I said £3, £1 for each of them. She was like, yep, great. So I was thrilled with that. Then I went and got those Matchbox cards and that was me done. So that is the video, guys. I think I chatted on a bit more than I normally do. Maybe I spent too long on the cars. But there we go. That is today's haul. Definitely more D&D stuff than anything else. And then a chunk for the online world. And then only a few things that I would actually keep for myself. In fact, no, everything's D&D that I'm going to keep. Yeah. Never mind. Oh, hope you guys had a good day, Carbooting. Oh, before we go. I don't know if you'll get to see her, but let's find out. Can you see in there, tucked away? Oh, she's sleeping. That is Little Beans. Hopefully in the next video you get to see her a bit better. Bye, guys.